That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with something...
Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut.
Which way?
Cedric D. Sanders.
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. 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 That's what he said. That ain't my fault. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Which way?
That's what he said.
Which way?
That ain't my fault. I'm just gonna lay it down like this though. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted. That ain't my fault.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Which way?
Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah.
Which way?
What's good, Lisa? What you doing?
Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders, giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
What's good, everybody? What's good? I was in the background trying to take care of some housekeeping and everything and do the shares before I went live. So if there was silence, I apologize. It's supposed to be music playing, but something with my board is not working. So we're going to keep pushing. So anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of That's What I Said podcast. And tonight I wanted to talk about something that I decided to move my platform, and normally I would have it the YouTube channel and everything else. So I decided to take a break on that and come over to Clubhouse, because Clubhouse actually has a better networking opportunity, not just for the podcast, but just in general. And with this conversation, it should be something that I would much rather share on Clubhouse than to have it on Facebook. So So tonight's topic, like I said, if the banks use your money to buy crypto, stocks, other assets, why aren't we doing it? And why is it so hard to even just get people to not necessarily conform to it, because it's not really conforming to it. It's the idea of not knowing. Because a lot of people don't know what the banks do with their money. And then for that matter, a lot of people don't even know how to save that money. That really, the banks that you say that you're putting your money in the bank and it's saving, and to you it's saving because they tell you that, you know, you're going to get, you know, this APR or whatever like that. But a lot of people, you don't even necessarily see that APR. It's not even really an APR. It's like you're really forcing people to retire because the inflation's going up. So now it's like people have to go and make more money. But the thing is that even when people go and try to make more money, what they end up doing is doing something they don't want to do, which is a job, which means you working for somebody. You're not trying to necessarily get out of a bad situation. You're putting yourself in a worse situation because now you're working for somebody. Now you're under the responsibility of somebody else. So I think it gets to a point where it's like, this is a dull conversation. We always talking about how someone can come up and everything, but really everybody is just teaching you different gimmicks to hustle. It ain't never really to save money. People have opportunities to have jobs and be entrepreneurs, but we can't even get our situation together to where we even support each other. Hell, we can't even get our family to support us, let alone we have a bunch of people that like what we do. We'll call those Facebook friends. We'll just caveat as that. We'll call it Facebook friends. I guarantee there's people that's listening to this podcast as well as listening to it on Clubhouse, because I have people overseas that listen to it. And they will tell you that there's a slim majority of people that are on their Facebook that support them, whereas maybe 75% of their Facebook is people they went to high school with, grew up with, was in the military with, whatever the case may be. So what do you think about that?
That's crazy. But my bad. So I think that's a little crazy. That because we got some feedback. My apologies. Anyways, you know, you bring up a lot of validity, and the banks truly don't, like, you could cash your check, but that money ain't really yours. I mean, you worked hard for it, but the bank done already took that money and did something else with it. You're not getting any profit from the work that you've already done.
0.01%.
Right. That's terrible.
I mean, you can look it up, and most banks, they'll tell you is what, like, you'll get like a 1 point something APR, and really in all reality it's a 0.15 something. It's like you're getting not even a fraction of what they get from your investments. Not to mention the fact that when you deposit money in your account, when you actually deposit money in your account, what ends up happening is the bank uses that for loans. So any amount over $5,000, the bank uses that for loans. You get, when they put the interest rate on that loan, you're getting 0.01% of the percentage rate of that loan. If the bank says that your loan is, say, 6.9%, you're getting 0.01% of that 6.9%. The bank is going to make money off of your money. So why come we can't make money with our money?
That's real. And I mean, it's just insane to think that it's 0.01%. that we're getting anything off of the money that we deposit into those bank accounts. And that's the percentage that we get for holding money in our own bank account. That's the stupidest thing ever. I'm sorry.
Well, it's been in existence for God knows how long.
Right.
It's never going to get. It's not something that we can get away from. Because if we can get away from it, we should have been away from it a long time ago. But we know that's not going to happen.
Hell, I'm running then.
So
Bitcoin and bet their numbers for them, right? But if you got caught, they would, like, one girl, they took PayPal, they took all her money because she was using it to gamble for people in India.
Well, yeah, it's. I'm glad you said that, because what's weird about that whole situation is their governor came out and was like, we're going to be able to, use these exchanges and buy crypto and blah, 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 blah. And then 3 days later, Coinbase was like, we ain't accepting your money. That shut everything down.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That across the entire continent of India, they have shut crypto down. Period.
Everywhere. It's done. And people don't understand, like, okay, well, what is that? The central banks did that. People don't understand. Cryptocurrency works in the same fashion as the banking industry. The only difference is that the banking industry can't say that it gross or has a net asset of $2.1 trillion that is theirs, that they made. People don't know this, but in order for a bank to function, it needs your money.
I was going to say, and I've been reading and looking up a lot of crypto, and celebrities or people who are millionaires, billionaires, and they are seriously converting like more than half of their cash into crypto and NFTs, and they're moving away from all the banks. And so when I was reading, because I was trying to figure out what were all these new charges, why were these fees, what were these new things the governments were coming up with to get money out of us, gas prices and things like that. And it's because people are converting. They're moving their money from Bank of America to Coinbase.
Right.
And things like that. So, yeah.
Exactly. And the banks are going to at some point fold unless they accept cryptocurrency. But see, the problem is people are saying, well, why haven't banks folded? Because they're using your money to buy crypto.
Right. But why would I go to a bank to buy crypto when I already don't trust them and I can just go to Coinbase?
Right. But see, the thing is that banks as we know it, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, things like that, they don't advertise that they sell cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, you can't even hold your cryptocurrency at a bank. But they use your money to buy cryptocurrency. So people are like, well, how does that shit work? You can't hold my cryptocurrency, but you have a crypto wallet that you use my money to buy crypto and stocks and other shit? Are you serious right now? So anyway, peace and love to my brother Sensei that's on the stage. What's good, my brother? How you doing tonight?
Man, what's the goddamn deal? That's what he motherfucking said. Hey, sister, what's up, Tommy?
What's good, brother?
Man, peace and love to the beautiful show.
Hey, bro.
Man, just chilling, listening to y'all. Because I know that you knowing what the hell you're talking about, brother. And then even, I remember the other day we was talking about how Ukraine converted all their resources and shit over to crypto. So, and then even the Cowboys just recently started accepting crypto for tickets and all kind of shit. So, yeah, it's a real thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. And if you're not following everybody that's on this stage, you need to be. You need to be getting your friends in this conversation, because these are the conversations that we need to be having as a collective at the table, because we as people are desensitized to the point that money is not freedom to us. It's currency. And exactly what it is. It is currency. But this is brack taxes. You can't survive on this planet, on this earth, comfortably without operating in some type of system. And if you don't master the system that you operate in, what are you in the system for? Because you got to be taken from the system if you're not mastering the system. And one of the ways to master the system that we all have been put in this damn planet to operate in is this, lack of better words, fucked up way of being able to just survive in this, you know, where we're at. No, we have to work for somebody else to tell us what time we got to be there, when we going to leave. And they already told us how much we're getting paid. So it's like, even if we strive to be something that someone pushed us to be anyway, or we just said, no, I'm not going to be what you want me to be, I'm going to do what I want to do, we still working for somebody. And if we don't take the opportunity to push away the realities that they want to put us in, and what I mean by they, it's not all just white, it's not all just black, it's not all just, you know, Asian people, it's every fucking body. But it just so happens that the social construct that we live in is always a white and black fight. It's never just Americans or just people completely understanding who you are as a human being. But are you operating in that human and being the, okay, I'll do this because this sounds okay? It makes no damn sense. People want to sit there and say, oh, money is just what it is. We can't, you know, we're destined to be broke. No, you're destined to be broke if you don't motivate yourself to put yourself in a better situation, which means you got to educate yourself. People say, oh, no, you don't. You can read all these damn books about being healthy and what you should be doing spiritually. But you're doing that in somebody else's crib, right? Because obviously you don't talk about the responsibilities you have. You don't talk about you have a job, or you don't talk about you have kids, or you don't talk about you used to be married and now you're not, or you still are, but it's kind of rocky and I'm the only one elevating. And it's a whole bunch of other shit that we worry about and we still broke. That sounds like a deflection to me. Like, why do we deflect when it comes to being spiritually current, but we don't even understand currency, because the only currency is this person trying to make sure that they do what they need to do with the people around them. And those people around them, that's the ones that's going to pay you, because you don't have enough will in your ass to even get the money yourself. So I'm going to use all the people that's around me that agree with me and that love me, when all it is just you manipulating the relationships you have with people. And that's why people are so cautious with wanting to save or make new friendships or put money into something, or just be reliant on the ability of people just to be loyal to you. No, it's something else we got to fucking worry about. But see, the problem is that we all as people live through this shit, not because we live it through other people. It's because it's happened to us. In some form or fashion, it has happened to us. And now we have to learn to accept what we don't need to accept, but we have to accept it. We have to accept that there's people out there that just don't give a shit. Once you get past that, it's easy to not worry about people coming up to you. Hey, I don't have it, but I know how we can get it. Okay. Is it legal? Shit, do we have to think about going to jail or some shit? Or is it like legit? It's like we have all these worries about just the simple thing of understanding financial. People, you can put your money in the bank, which is considered safe. However, people don't realize this. If the bank wanted to take your money, by law, they can. By law, they can. There's nothing that's written saying that the banks can't take your money. And tomorrow you go to the bank and the $15,000 you thought was in there is showing 3 zeros. 1 before the dot and 2 after that motherfucker. That's what it's going to show you. But I'm not going to push people to an asset that I believe can congruently actually make you a better money mover, because it will teach you real quick to respect your money. It will teach you real quick how to do research. Because when you lose your first $100, $1,000, $5,000, you're going to learn. You're going to learn real quick. I don't care who you are. You can put $100 in the crypto today, and tomorrow that shit say 60. You withdrawn all your shit. If I'm lying, I'm flying. We have gotten to this. I want to be so careful with my money, but we're so nonchalant with it too. Like our spending habits are like a strip club. Like literally, our spending habits are like a strip club. Always open, but ain't never got shit on it. Always open and ain't never got shit on it. It's like your bank account always got some shit on it. I know you about to say something.
I'm just over here laughing.
Oh.
I'm laughing because your analogies and how you word everything, it's the truth though. And people need to see the reality. And so many people are walking around with a damn blindfold on that they can't see shit. They can't even see what's in front of them, let alone what's on the sides of them. I'm surprised they can drive a car because your peripherals got to work.
It's around them. But when it comes to money, it's vice versa. Because some people, they're just appreciative of having it, but not appreciating the fact that they can do so much more with it. Because money is made to multiply. It ain't made to stand still. It's currency. So if you make your money stand still, it's only one position it can go. Face up or face down. I mean, we could talk about Luther Campbell if we want to. But I'm just saying.
You know, I was just about to say face down,
ass up. It's only. I'm just saying, your money only moves and goes in in 2 directions. It's not made to be stationary. It's either face up or face down, which means if your money is always face down, that means you are stagnant as shit somewhere in your life.
Amen. Can you say that for
let's be real. I know I'm not even like, I'm really not trying to debate people or just get into a damn back and forth conversation. But people can really sit there and say that the reason why they don't have money is because they ain't got none. No, what are you doing to not have that money? Let's have that conversation first. I don't care what you don't have. I don't care what you could have. I don't care what you are trying to have. I want to know your current situation right now. Why are you in this situation right now? If you tell me you in this situation because of you, then me and you can have a conversation. But if you start talking about, well, it all started with this nigga, I ain't trying to hear all that shit. Maury Povich is on my TV because my mom likes to watch that shit. That's the only reason why I pay attention to it. And guess what? A lot of people have this reality life bullshit that they come out of their damn mouth and make excuses why they're in the situation they're in. Guess what? I did a podcast about it. Stop making excuses. We all do.
You know, you're so right. But a lot of people won't face the fact that it's them because they're too busy keeping up with the Joneses or trying to.
Well, I agree with you on that because most people won't admit that. But I'll say this, and I'm gonna go forward because, as always, I'm gonna give my crypto of the week. One that I think is on my watch list, and I tell people that you should add it to your watch list and have a list that's about, maybe 5 or 10 cryptocurrencies that you can actually just look at and pay attention to. Ones you like, not ones that somebody else told you, or it could be something that somebody else told you because it may just intrigue your mind just because of the project. So I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of opportunities for people to learn a better facet that's a growing facet. A lot of people missed out on the Bitcoin. I can say now a lot of people missed out on Ethereum because when Bitcoin was taking off, Ethereum wasn't even $100. I can further say that when Bitcoin first came out, it was not for I wouldn't say they're lacking as it was still brand new, but as it was growing. The opportunities that you get to have with learning something that is growing is eternal. It's the greatest thing ever. Because literally it's almost like when you get a job at, this company that just started or you're an entrepreneur and you have, whatever your products are. You might only have had like maybe 4 products at the time. And then 6 or 7 months goes by and now you have 12 products. Because now your ideas are flowing, you're being more creative. Then a year goes by and you're talking about opening your own store and getting a warehouse so that you can get more supplies in and create more orders or create more content or create more whatever it is that you have in your business. Well, see, cryptocurrency is the same way. Because once you learn whatever your niche is, whatever it is you like, try looking for cryptocurrencies in that lane. If you're in the healthcare, if you are in the supply chain, if you like gaming, if you like music, if there's just something you're attracted to, there's projects out there that would probably vibe with you. If they have a website, if they have a white paper, if they actually have a team that's the pictures are not Googleable. And, they're valid. But we are cautious over even, and I'll say this because I know I was playing devil's advocate earlier. I will say this. There's people that are wealthy, that have, an ability to have money, and they won't spend it because they don't trust what's out there. And people lost a lot of money last year in stocks. People got a lot of money, but a lot of people lost money. A lot of people lost money in crypto as well. But I can tell you, Cryptocurrency is making more millionaires than the stock market has ever did.
Boom.
You can understand stocks and make a lot of money. And you can understand cryptocurrency and make that money a whole hell of a lot faster than it'll take you to make stocks. And I'll say you can give somebody $10,000, say better yet, $25,000, because that's what a great portfolio would look like. You start both of them with $25,000. You give this person the opportunity that has the stocks to spend $25,000 on whatever stock he wants, whatever stock he desires. See, the stock market is not controlled by the people. Stock market is controlled by what happens in America, what happens here, what happens in companies, what happens, what the news don't want to talk about and do want to talk about sometimes. See, cryptocurrency is controlled by the people. It will react to the stock market on certain things, but really, truly, stock market is controlled by cryptocurrency market is controlled by the people. It is made for the people, so it's controlled by the people. See, the stock market wasn't made for the people. It was made to have those people that work at those companies actually try to have an asset within that company when that company ain't shit. Like, I know people that had Sears Roebuck. I know y'all remember Sears. I ain't that damn old. But Sears was like the mecca of hardware. I mean, not even hardware. It was just anything and everything. Furniture, whatever you can think of. What's that? There you go. There you go. That's what I was looking for. It was the Home Depot before Home Depot. Dead ass. My father used to work at Sears Roebuck. He retired from there. Back then, they had furniture refinishers. These are people that refinish the furniture you bought at Sears and bring it back because you love it. You love how it's all comfortable, but the wood looks bad. My dad was one of those guys that could just, take furniture and make it look nice. But my dad had a lot of people's shit in our house, and I don't think they ever got it back. I mean, that's some real shit. I'm being real. That's some real shit. I swear there were some dinette chairs that was in there that had wood glue and vice grips on them for like a year. Like, I think I moved that damn thing I don't know how many times because me and my brother used to dance in the den. But that's another story. Let's go on with the crypto of the day. So, well, this one is for the week. I won't say it's for the day. It's for the week. There's a particular crypto that I like. I've been watching it for a while. And it was one of, I think, two that I was watching. And this one in particular is right up my alley because some of those that know me know that I love music and went to school for music and stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing my podcast. But they have a cryptocurrency with the ticker symbol audio, AUDIO. That's AUDIO. Audio. The actual cryptocurrency is called Audius. AUDIUS. It's an Ethereum-based coin, which means it's worked on the Ethereum blockchain, the ERC20 blockchain. So what does that mean? That means that with Ethereum, gas fees, and these gas fees can be expensive. And what gas fees are is if you transfer this cryptocurrency to another wallet. Say you bought it on crypto.com and you want to transfer it to your MetaMask wallet, it may cost you some Ethereum. And depending on how much you're transferring, it may not be worth it until you do it like early in the morning, because these gas fees are expensive from the Ethereum side of the house. If you use Cardano, depending on what network you're on, you should be fine. But as long as it's, like I said, not Ethereum, you should be good. So Audius is a music streaming cryptocurrency. They have their own app. They have a website. It's audius.co, audius.co. And a lot of newer artists are starting to venture into this music streaming cryptocurrency to have their music streamed virtually, as well as, throughout all those streaming platforms. But this is starting to build up into a metaverse type thing where everybody kind of laughing about it, saying, oh yeah, these people are weird, when it's already projected to do $1 billion in the next, like they say, 60 to 90 days. $1 billion. I didn't say 1 million. I said $1 billion. But people don't want to have that conversation about, hey, how can I really become a little bit more, I guess, educated when it comes to cryptocurrency or just finances in general. They want to talk to some dude down the street that, says his 20 in his sock and been doing that for 30 years. That's cool. That's absolutely cool. He paid for everything cash. But now these days, this fiat currency, this cash, this paper money that we so wave about, I can honestly say that I saw a $50 bill, and I haven't seen currency like that unless it was just me glancing at the TV. Because I haven't touched paper in probably 2 years. Like literally. Am I lying?
Absolutely not.
I don't do cash like that no more. And everybody's like, oh, you're relying on computer technology and da 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 da. No, I'm actually relying on the fact I don't need to see people. I go do what the hell I gotta do and I get the hell out. Why I need to count out some damn money, to have somebody recount it, to have somebody count my change back, for me to count that shit back? No, that's too much brain power. No, stick this damn card in there. You said what, $32? Yeah, bam, $32. You got that shit? Let me put my damn secret bye-bye pin in that bitch and we out. And everybody said, that's lazy. Okay, let it be lazy. To me, this is too much control you give people when you sitting there, got to count out some fucking paper money that ain't worth shit. Mind you, it ain't worth the paper it's written on. It sure as hell ain't worth what it was worth 40 years ago. Because I know for a fact, when I was growing up, we can go into the damn, I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. So shit, we can go into the damn Thriftway or the Price Chopper and go in there with $100 and we got food for a whole month.
Man, say that again.
Shit, that's back when gas prices was like, shit, you wasn't even, you barely was breaking $1.
I was just about to say, gas prices was well under $1. They was anywhere running from 50 cents to like 85 cents, somewhere around there. At least where I grew up in New York, it was like that.
Well, shit, now you got to have, you got to submit your social security number and like, I don't know, like put that shit on layaway. It don't make no damn sense how, like literally, it's over $100 to fill my car. It's like, no, I'm not driving nowhere. Give me a damn bicycle. Give me a skateboard, a damn hang glider, a kite, something. I can't do this shit. I cannot do this shit. This is expensive. to drive a vehicle, to just get in the car and basically flip everybody else everybody else off that's out there because they can't damn drive. That's too much stress for me. I'm sorry. It's too much stress for me. Shit. It's like watching CNN or some shit. No. People are stupid. Not all, but some. Why do I have to interact with them? I'm cool with just being, an old black man in his yard, riding his tractor to cut the grass and chase snakes and shit out. I'll do that shit. As long as I ain't got to deal with fucking dumbass people. I swear, some people, like my brother Sensei says, these people are peopling right now. I'm tired of these people and peopling. I want them, the people they ass to a mental institution where they have to take a whole bunch of pills and shit and sit in a wheelchair and drool on a shirt that ain't even theirs any damn way. They got it at the Dollar Tree and they thought it looked good on your ass because none of your other clothes fit that they brought you here with. That's where some of these people need to go. They need to leave me the hell alone. Are we cool with that, babe?
I was just about to say, they need to people their ass somewhere else. I don't care where it is. Just stop peopling around me. Man.
So, anywho, let me move this podcast right along because we're about done, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all. I know there's other things going on in these clubhouse streets y'all could be attending to. What's that?
The audio crypto, I looked it up.
Yeah, it's on crypto.com. It actually is it's a decent coin in my opinion. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm not providing financial advice. However, I am providing educational opportunities if people actually listen to the educational opportunity. That's the only thing I'm providing. Other than that, some bullshit and comedy. So that's my disclaimer. But I have to say this about crypto, and I'm probably gonna go to the stage, see what anybody on the stage has any questions. If anybody down below, if y'all got any questions, please raise your hand or put it in the chat, and we'll definitely bring it up and see if I can answer it. But I will say this lastly about cryptocurrency. Crypto is highly volatile, just like the stock market. And if you treat crypto, and I know I sound like a broken record, so people that have heard me say this, but go ahead and roll your eyes and drink your wine or whatever you're drinking. Treat crypto like you do Vegas. If you're going to Vegas just to spend money and have a good time, guess what? That's exactly what crypto is. The only difference is you don't fail a long time when you lose money. You learn how to get better so you don't lose money. When you educate yourself and understand blockchain technology, understanding what Web3 is, getting a good feel and an understanding of NFTs, wrapping your head around the fact that I know I'm going to blow some people's minds, so I'm going to say this. When we need money, we go to the bank and we fill out some paperwork to get a loan. Or we got a homeboy that knows somebody that's going to take our money and flip it for it. He did it a couple times, so that's what he's going to do. If we take these opportunities and rely on just those, we pay more money back when we get loans than we do anything else. But people don't know that they can actually get loaned crypto, make money off of that crypto, pay back the loan that they got, and 9 chances out of 10 end up with more money than they started out with. And that's a win-win, because the only money they had to pay back is what they borrowed. And it's usually at 1% interest on the crypto market. So people are investing in what they call yield farms. Basically, yield farms is a type of investment with cryptocurrency that allows you to enter into someone's farm that has an APR greater than 500-600%. You put your crypto in there, and pretty much every day you watch the cryptocurrency get added. They also have what's called liquidity pools. Liquidity pools are in the same fashion where you buy two cryptocurrencies. You go into the liquidity pool based on whatever the APR is for that particular cryptocurrency, 200, 300, 400%. You'll get percentages, which is basically they'll add one or two cryptocurrencies, depending on whatever it is, into that liquidity pool. Now you can just sit there and let it ride, do whatever. But if that cryptocurrency is doing really great, then you can put it over, add it to the money that you already have in the liquidity pool, and then allow the bigger amount that's now in there to recirculate. So it's a I think it gives people an opportunity to basically open the door and get in where they fit in. Because right now, all this stuff is brand new, and the opportunities that's there is there for all of us to grow on, to learn from, to be an actual student, as well as the teacher. Because through experience, we learn how to be able to sit our ass down and stand up when we need to. So with that being said, anybody on stage, y'all got any comments? Yes.
Lucrative. I know it's something that can quote unquote bridge gaps, but if it's not my area of interest, meaning not didn't want to, but just no desire, right? So I knew it was something I needed to do, no desire. So when you said and find something in your area of interest, it immediately I went and Googled like at first I Googled spirituality coins or something like that, and it told me there's a whole movement behind is there any type of consciousness in this, and that is the whole making sure that your wealth part is good even though you're spiritual, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, but that's not really a coin. So then I searched conscious coin, and then that gave me some other options. So I just want to say thank you for that, because now it connected for me. I've heard my mother talk about it for the last year and a half. My brother's been in it for the last 2 or 3 years, and it just didn't resonate with me. So that at least gave me an area to start with for interest. So thank you.
No doubt. No doubt. And like I said, you have to find something that you're interested in to see if there's a coin available. And the reason why I say that is because even if you don't find a coin, or you do find a coin, you may actually have a whole bunch of other ideas wrapped around the fact that, oh, if I had a coin, I would do this, I would do this, blah, 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 blah. But there may be other coins that may support your idea, so that then you could say, okay, I can't do this, but I know that this coin is going to do something because it's this, and this, and the team is this, and they got a Twitter, and they got a Discord, and they got all this, blah, 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 blah. And to me, it's not nerding out, because really the more research you do before you invest your money, the smarter investor you are. You're just going to give your money to somebody and basically say, yeah, I trust you, so buy all this shit for me. And then what happens, say 6 or 9 months later, you go back and check your account and it's half of what you invested in. And it's like, what is he going to tell you? Oh, it's a down market. Well, guess what? That's the same thing that happens in cryptocurrency. We're in a down market right now because Bitcoin was really at $60,000. Now it's down to 40. We're in a down market right now. But are we? Are we really in a down market? No, I think this became affordable to some people at 40,000. Some cryptos went lower than that. So it was just a hot sale for everybody. And so keep that in mind. It may be a lot of things you may like, and it may be a lot of cryptocurrencies you're interested in, but they may be just, too out of reach financially. Now I think it's the opportunity for people to really get engaged with cryptocurrency and start paying attention to it, because a lot of crypto right now is affordable. Some may not be so much, but the more aggressive you are to be able to have your money elevate and to actually pay attention to it, it's going to give you a whole lot more leverage, because now you know what your money is doing, opposed to when it's in the bank. You can't necessarily say that. Yeah, you know how much is in the bank because that's how much you saved. But have about $15,000 in the bank, and it doesn't matter the size of the bank. It's going to take some time for them to get that money. And just because they have to take it in the back and count it and everything, no. They got to talk to the manager so that he can move some money around to make the books right. Because your money ain't even in your account. That's just digitally what they show you. They got to prepare their shit together first before they even think about giving you that money. So that's why it's taking so long. So, yeah, anybody else?
Rich, you can go ahead and ask your question now.
If he didn't have a question, I did. Because I've really been trying to learn crypto, and then do you offer services to teach people how to do the crypto research, the mining, the farming, and all of those things?
I'm actually getting that together. I'm glad you asked that. Because of you, actually, I'm actually taking an active approach to being able to get all of that in line, so that at least on a basic informative level, you can go forward. Yeah, you're going to probably still have questions, but you're going to know where to go get those answers from. Or you may have a direction you want to go, but you're not sure. And hopefully giving people tools and being able to talk to people and having them in a better situation when it comes to cryptocurrency is my goal. I don't want people to sit stagnant and want to do it, but their only safe spot is Coinbase. Because Coinbase is a great platform for cryptocurrency to get started. And you can, definitely, the more you buy and smart moves with crypto and everything else like that, you're going to have some profits and things like that. But everybody knows this. You got to hold the right coins. And when are you going to know what coin's going to go up? It's almost like playing the lottery, right? Sometimes. I can honestly say sometimes. There's coins that are out there that you will be able to get signals for and be able to at least, put a little something in it just to see if it's going to do something. And even if it doesn't do nothing, no big deal. You can pull it out, put it in US Tether and hold it. But it's like playing double dutch. You got to make sure you can jump in before the ropes hit you, but you also got to make sure know when to jump out so the ropes don't hit you again. It's just like playing double dutch. So, I am going to get that together, and I will have it available hopefully no later than the middle of May. So I hope that answered your question.
It does. And so also to go along with that, because I know having conversations with you, it's you can buy crypto and still not know how to manage your money. So you are very passionate about financial freedom, and you have gained your financial freedom. And so do you also offer those services in how to, learn to budget and watch your money and things like that?
Yes. What I'm getting ready to do May 1st actually is I'm gonna start on Clubhouse, and what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna do 45 minutes of what I did to not be in the bad financial situation I was in, because my shit was bad, like bad. But now I'm aware and have educated myself, made me a better, I guess, financially aware person. It made me really be patient, not just with money, but with me, because I knew that I learned everything that I was doing wrong. So to unlearn that is just like it's just like getting rid of a bad habit. You can get over a bad habit in 21 days, but you can go right back to it, right? They always tell you that you can, get rid of a habit in 21 days, but guess what? You can always go right back to it. It's the choices we choose to make. We push ourselves to be habitual violators of going into habit forming addictions, to where people want to put excuses on top of it. I'm broke because I was never taught this way. I'm broke because I have bad spending habits. I'm broke because blah, 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 blah. That's great. You acknowledge the fact why you're broke, but what are you doing to not be? Let's not make this that play victim mentality, when if you don't know, that's perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay. I'd rather people say that than I've just learned how to survive. Because most people have learned how to survive because they didn't want to go fail again. So everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be the way it is. And it's not going to be no adjustments. That's the safe route. Which I tell people that's good. Because now you're not doing those bad things to put you in a bad situation. So now let's talk about how can we turn the safe route to the never go back to route. Because what we like to do is we like to go in these safe spots, and it always follows our finances. It always follows our finances. Because people don't realize you can only do with what you got. And if you living through other people, guess what? When they ain't got it, you ain't got it. So how does that shit feel? Because you never got it. And when they ain't got it, it's like, damn. But if you know how to get to a better position, not just a one-time thing. I mean something that is reliable and concurrent, that's free-flowing. But we see we want that get-rich-quick scheme. That's what a lot of people are chasing. So what I'm trying to do is get people in a better financial awareness so that they can make a plan. And it goes back to the whole spirituality thing. It's you versus you. But you have to understand you before you go against yourself. You have to understand your opponent. You have to understand what you're putting yourself through. I'm putting a lot of other people through too, because these people that love me and accept me, they're dealing with it too. So it's like that oh shit moment happens not even just overnight. It just happens to the point when you really understand yourself. Guess what? Now you understand what other people are going through. So what are you going to do about that? And when you can get to that point, everything when it comes to money is not even an afterthought at that point. It's like you put your money in automatic pilot just like you do your life. The only difference is that you have to be aware and watch, because you know where it's supposed to be at and when it's supposed to be there. But you want to just make sure. Just like life, we have to make sure. We can't just go walk out the door and think today's the day when I'm going to cuss somebody out. No, that shit builds up through time, don't it? we understand. Do you understand? So that's my financial piece when I start doing these classes is I'm bringing you back to you. We're going to talk about, the spending habits, talk about, better saving strategies, and being able to just save your money and appreciate your money and allow it to do what it's supposed to do for you. Because it's not because I want people to let me make this completely and utterly understandable. We as adults got in this position because of the things that put us in this position. But the only things that make us better, is, like I said before, you have to learn how to master the system. When you can master the system, you are the master. You have the ability to become the master of your own destiny if you allow it. And I want to try to help people get to that point when it comes to finances. Because really, one bad habit can keep you away from a lot of money. A lot of bad habits will never get you to that money. Period. Anybody else got something to say before we bounce up out of here tonight? Yes, no, maybe? Anybody?
Man, I'll just say appreciate you, bro. And I was just over here, and you reminded me to send you those texts while you was talking. I gotta go send you those texts because you already know by it. I'm gonna do something totally different.
Yes, sir.
Thinking about how not missing the wave on this type of crypto shit. Like when it does come up, like to know it's like a for sure gamble when you take a chance on certain things, especially fucking with you, especially listening to you, like knowing, okay, bam, and then certain people, like being very mindful of who you get your information from. Like that's very, very key. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna just stay consistent, stay with it, bro. You already know. Shit, the proof is always in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that will listen to the replays, the cryptocurrency that they gave you for the day, try it out. Go do your research on what my brother's telling. Like I promise you, you will be able to go and tie this right into exactly what he's talking about. And if you're somebody who's very already into it anyway, this all gonna make sense to you anyway. So yeah, once again, I appreciate you, bro. You got me over here. I'm in my phone right now, going back and forth on with old boy. I don't know what's his name. So I got some more texts I'll be sending you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Love you to life. So if nobody else has anything, yes, what you say, Con?
Rich, do you still have a question? I see you came off your mic and then you went back mute.
No.
All right. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate the attendance. I appreciate everyone listening to me on live. You can catch the actual podcast on all podcast platforms, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Additionally, download the Spreaker app so you get notified anytime I do a podcast. I'm also adding a new feature to my podcast where the same channel, or actually it's not the same channel, it's a different channel. However, it's going to be called That's What I Said. And it's a 24/7 channel that I'll be starting in about 30 to 45 days. I'll put the date out and it'll come out via the podcast as well as on Clubhouse. But it's going to be 24 hours, 7 days a week of content. And once I get everything put together and solidified, I'm pushing that. And really what it's going to be, people talking. I haven't talked to nobody about this yet, so nobody knows. So it's a surprise for everybody, even the people on stage. So like Lisa, Sensei, Tanya, Touch, especially Touch. Touch, I need to get with you. Speaking of which, you sitting in the background and said nothing and came out your mic or nothing. That's cool. I got you. I'm gonna send you a text. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, but I'm this is for anybody that either has a podcast platform or has a platform in general. They come on Clubhouse and they have rooms. If there's anything that you would want to say, if there's a topic that you want to talk about, something that you want to resonate with, and it's something that you want people to listen to, it is going to be attached to a streaming platform that I do my podcast on, that'll run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if there's an impactful thing that you say, if there's anybody that that would want to be a part of this, please hit me up in the back channel, because I'm setting this up, and like I said, I'm gonna produce it, I'm gonna get it all situated and put together, and it's gonna go. And even if those collections are only like, say, 8 hours total, they're gonna repeat, and they're gonna be on 24 hours 7 days a week, and I'm gonna do it for exactly 1 week, and then it's gonna be a time period where it's gonna be nothing, because I'm gonna produce another one that's going to go 24 hours, 7 days a week. I want to get to the point where it's consistent and I don't have to, take it off live. All I got to do is insert the new one. And I'm running the airwaves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's only going to be available to people that download the Spreaker app and listen to it. Mind you, I can have music. I can have meditation music. I can have whatever I want. So it's in the production phases right now. Once I get everything ironed out, it's going to go in post-production, and I'm going to do all my production here myself. I'm talking to a few other people that have done this before, so they're kind of coaching me along so I can kind of produce it my way. But I'm taking, what they've done and what they didn't do in consideration. So anyway, Connie, you got anything you want to leave the people before we get up out of here?
Nope. Everybody have a great weekend. Peace and love, and thanks for joining us.
Peace and love. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Peace and love to y'all. Everybody have a great evening. And do me a favor, y'all. Make sure y'all join Sensei's house, Tanya's, Touch, Herbs of Word in the building. Hey, make sure y'all follow everybody that's on the stage. Lisa is in the building. Make sure y'all follow her. I appreciate everybody that's down in the audience that took the time to listen to me and be able to vibe with your boy tonight. I'm going to try to get this production shit together, because my sound was working on my podcast beforehand, and then when we started, it just went to hell. So that's just, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think it's my board, and I think it's just retarded right now. But that's okay. It's Saturday. So with that being said, y'all, peace and love. We out of here. Peace.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders. That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Bitch, what? 100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
You eat ass with a baby spoon.